We are just an advanced breed of monkeys on a minor planet of a very average star. But we can understand the universe. That makes us something very special. The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance. It is the illusion of knowledge. Quiet people have the loudest minds. Life would be tragic if it weren't funny. Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. It surprises me how disinterested we are today about things like physics, space, the universe, and philosophy of our existence, our purpose, our final destination. It's a crazy world out there. Be curious. My expectations were reduced to zero when I was 21. Everything since then has been a bonus. In the universe, it may be that primitive life is very common and intelligent life is fairly rare. Some would say it has yet to occur on Earth. I think computer viruses should count as life. I think it says something about human nature that the only form of life we have created so far is purely destructive. We've created life in our own image. My goal is simple. It is a complete understanding of the universe, why it is as it is, and why it exists at all. I have noticed that even those who assert that everything is predestined and that we can change nothing about it still look both ways before they cross the street. Although I cannot move and I have to speak through a computer, in my mind, I am free. One of the basic rules of the universe is that nothing is perfect. Perfection simply doesn't exist. Without imperfection, neither you nor I would exist. There is a fundamental difference between religion, which is based on authority, and science, which is based on observation and reason. Science will win because it works. The universe doesn't allow perfection. I'm not afraid of death, but I'm in no hurry to die. If time travel is possible, where are the tourists from the future? Not only does God play dice, but he sometimes throws them where they cannot be seen. You cannot understand the glories of the universe without believing there is some supreme power behind it. I don't think the human race will survive the next 1,000 years unless we spread into space. The thing about smart people is that they seem like crazy people to dumb people. To confine our attention to terrestrial matters would be to limit the human spirit. I regard the afterlife to be a fairy story for people that are afraid of the dark. It matters if you just don't give up. If aliens ever visit us, I think the outcome would be much as when Christopher Columbus first landed in America, which didn't turn out very well for the Native Americans. We only have to look at ourselves to see how intelligent life might develop into something we wouldn't want to meet. One is always a long way from solving a problem until one actually has the answer. Time and space are finite in extent, but they don't have any boundary or edge. They would be like the surface of the earth, but with 2 more dimensions. I like physics, but I love cartoons. Nothing is better than reading and gaining more and more knowledge. Government works best under the glare of public scrutiny. Absent such scrutiny, abuses occur. It is not clear that intelligence has any long-term survival value. The human capacity for guilt is such that people can always find ways to blame themselves. Thus, we are all doomed, even if we stay away from black holes. God abhors a naked singularity. Simplicity is a matter of taste. The increase of disorder or entropy is what distinguishes the past from the future, giving a direction to time. Eternity is a long time, especially towards the end. We each exist for but a short time, and in that time, we explore but a small part of the whole universe. I regard the brain as a computer, which will stop working when its components fail. There is no heaven or afterlife for broken down computers. This is a fairy story for people afraid of the dark. We are in danger of destroying ourselves by our greed and stupidity. We cannot remain looking inwards at ourselves on a small and increasingly polluted and overcrowded planet. If the government is covering up for knowledge of aliens, they are doing a better job of it than they do at anything else. The universe does not behave according to our preconceived ideas. It continues to surprise us. The whole history of science has been the gradual realization that events do not happen in an arbitrary manner, but they reflect a certain underlying order, which may or may not be divinely inspired. People won't have time for you if you are always angry or complaining. What you have told us is rubbish. The world is really a flat plate supported on the back of a giant tortoise. There could be whole anti-worlds and anti-people made out of anti-particles. However, if you meet your anti-self, don't shake hands. You would both vanish in a great flash of light. Women, they are a complete mystery to me. However bad life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. Where there is life, there is hope. There is no way that we can predict the weather 6 months ahead, beyond giving the seasonal average. It's the gravity that shapes the large-scale structure of the universe, even though it is the weakest of 4 categories of forces. If one is physically disabled, one cannot afford to be psychologically disabled as well. Mankind's greatest achievements have come about by talking, and its greatest failures by not talking. It doesn't have to be like this. The people who actually make the advances in theoretical physics don't think in these categories that the philosophers and the historians of science subsequently invent for them. Scientists tend to risk theories they admire. If you understand how the universe operates, you control it in a way. It is said that there is no such thing as a free lunch, but the universe is the ultimate free lunch.